We're coming up with solutions. Getting out of stuck in the past. You're here about to walk in. We're here ready to walk in, guys. We're almost gonna walk in. Maybe we'll get an interview. Maybe it'll... Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. Overcast days are great. There he is.
Yeah, I got all the way to the door. I turned around to go back.
Oh, yeah? Got Dan coming in.
Pretty good.
Yeah, playing on the services facility.
Have you signed the petition to recon now?
Fix sound.
I'll take a look.
Oh, if we're back, let me know if we're back with the sound better. Let me know.
He brought me up in the interview and he said, you know,
It should get interesting. Let me know. Can you guys hear me okay?
and when Mr.
Good. Thank you, Billy. Scratchy still? Are you serious?
Yeah, I got
Unbelievable.
But I put Front Street when I used to.
It's okay. Well, we're gonna have to just deal with it. We're gonna have to deal with it. We're about to walk in right now. We're about to walk in. So busy day, Dan?
Yeah.
Right on your live right now. We got about 250 people. We just went live. So we're gonna add, what are some questions you want to ask to maybe like Lane?
Oh, I wasn't going to ask any questions. I came to support you.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to let the
Okay.
reporter ask the questions.
Yeah, I got
just
look at
gonna
this.
back you up.
Look at this.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Look at that. You're becoming a professional.
Yeah, right. No more amateur stuff. Everybody's saying hi, Dan. Hi, Dan.
Hey.
So yeah, we saw him out with the your son. We're gonna have to do another one of those. When's the next
Oh,
one?
that was awesome.
Yeah.
Daniel wants to do it at the end of the month.
Okay. We'll let him know I want to pitch in. You know, I don't know what it is as far as like pizza money or everybody's saying hi, Dan. So I guess we can walk in.
Yeah.
I was kind of maybe hoping to get people walking in, but we'll just walk in. You want to hit the
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to the meeting. We're heading straight to the meeting.
You know, I walked in here and had dinner with the all the supporters were in here. I walked in, sat down, the whole room went quiet.
All right.
Where?
Right here.
Today?
They had dinner here.
Oh, nice.
Mexican Independence Day. They were celebrating. They had dinner. I walked in the room, the whole room
nice.
was quiet.
Very nice.
Yeah, what's he doing here?
Very nice.
Sat down, okay, good.
Okay. So you're gonna be, so make a name tag and put a stick. Thanks, yeah, I mean, usually 5.
I don't know. I don't know who's coming.
Here.
Yeah, who knows?
Did you register? Sign in here. Are you with a new channel or?
No, I'm
Okay.
the private citizen.
Your card. Okay. Is there.
Who is the city of Tucson is conducting the meeting? City of Tucson.
Spread out right here, but just some ongoing conversation before we get into the presentation. Right?
It's a Safe City Connect. You guys want to see Safe City Connect?
And then you can just sign there, right? Now you're gonna be, if you can put a 1 next to your name, you're gonna be at table number 1. So make yourself a name tag and put a 1 on your next. Tag.
Have 2 lines going?
It's same thing. Exactly.
You're sharp. What you doing? Here we go. Like I've been like downtown at the Fire Central for like the last like 6 years, but like it's different. Yeah, I miss being on the truck.
That was contract, whatever. Like.
Most people know me.
Did you register?
Yeah,
That's what.
I don't believe I did.
Okay, and can you put a,
It's
next to your name? That'll be the table you're sitting at.
Sit with Dan. Sit with Dan.
Okay. Put a,
Yeah, yeah, I ran track, but I don't believe I did, but I'm good with Western Hills too.
Okay.
And
You know, one, for your name, throw that on your, okay, so go ahead, sign in for you.
Hey, how you doing? Everything's been good though? Yeah, we are. I hope they don't.
Huh?
You know what?
Lots of fluff I'm seeing already.
But
This is where we're at, guys. Safe City Connect. We're gonna ask some questions. Find out what the plan is.
hopefully I left them in the truck.
Welcome in, everybody. We are here at the Safe City Connect. As you can see, lots of officials coming in here. We do have our Nancy Guthrie flyers if we need to hand them out. And she's the one who's with all the city. She does great work, but she's she can't say anything other than just do what they're,
They tell
they're
it.
handcuffed.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I am. I'm all right. I'm recalling the sheriff. Yeah.
Got some snacks going on. Welcome in. Being County Justice, TPD, Tucson Police. Justice Service. How you doing?
Good, sir. Yourself.
857 Tucson. My name's Damien.
Hey, Damien.
Nice to meet you.
Damien.
So you guys are busy.
We try to stay busy.
Yeah. I watch the initial appearances daily.
Yeah.
Busy. Are they planning on trying to address the revolving door? I know
Well,
because a lot of people,
people want to take advantage of the services
how do we do that?
is by having conversations with them. every one of our staff is peers.
Mhm.
Somebody who's been there and has lived experience.
Right.
So it's a different conversation than a therapist or
What if they say no?
if they say no, then they say, okay, fine. What can we do to help you now? Harm reduction perspective. Can we get you some clothes? Can we get you a hygiene kit? Can we get you, a place where you can go and get a shower?
Right.
Give more information and say, come back.
Yeah.
The door's always open. And we might have an individual come back 3 times before they actually say, you know what, I'm sick and tired. I'm ready for that change.
Yeah.
And the door's open, they always come back. Not always, but the majority of times they come back, see a friendly face, and we can help them get to where they need to be.
Nice. Have you heard of the Nancy Guthrie case?
I've heard of it.
Yeah. I got some flyers.
Flyers for. Okay, cool.
Would you be able to take one and just put it in your office?
You can put it up in the transition center.
Oh, there's one right there. Oh, perfect. We're I advocate for people victims of crime, such as Jacob Couch. If you heard of his, he was Juan Cristobal, Enrique, obviously Nancy Guthrie, but a big one is Hollie Dasso. She's still the killer's still walking the streets of Tucson. But one thing about because I'm very familiar with how Pima County operates versus Maricopa,
Mhm.
and it seems a little lighter here, where it's like we'll give you another chance, another chance. Now we all know that they're not showing up for their court date, right? And so some of these people are a danger to themselves, right? Like we see it.
Yeah.
So are you in favor, and you don't have to answer this, but were they mandatory? Hey, you gotta go. You're not allowed to stay on the streets because they're a danger to themselves. Is there?
That's got, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
You've got to have somebody who's a clinician who can do that assessment,
Yeah.
identify if they're DTS or DTO.
Right.
And then if they are, then of course they need to put somewhere where they need that be stabilized. They get the support they need so they're not DTS or DTS. But we work with individuals to make sure they make those court dates. We'll call.
That's hard.
Have them call up.
Oh, really? Okay.
By the court, make sure they sit with them through court.
Yeah.
They do what they need to do. Because if you're dealing with an individual who's just trying to survive day to day,
Yeah.
court's last thing on the mind.
Oh, they're not going. Yeah.
They're trying to figure out how
Yeah.
I get mugged, how I get molested or raped.
Exactly.
And just survive on the street.
Yeah.
So if we can get that wraparound service to them,
Right.
and make sure that they're safe and secure, help them get back and forth to court or to where they need to be, then we can help alleviate some of those barriers. Make sure they don't get a failure to appear. They get the help and the services that they need. Make them forward.
And now here I'm all on board with it, but what I'm thinking or what I'm seeing is what's in place now isn't going to actually solve the problem. We're going to keep, it's like this revolving, even though you might get 10%, there's 90% that are still out there. We see them every day, and it's getting worse with the intensity of their mental health. Like they're mixing the drugs and then they got mental health issues. So I kind of think that as far as other than just kicking the can down the road, the common sense says a lot of the people actually are a danger to themselves just by looking at it, right? And that's my opinion.
I'm not saying that your opinion is necessarily wrong,
Yeah.
but you still have to think you've got human rights too.
Well, but that's the thing is we got to think about safety rights.
Yeah.
And these people are taking over neighborhoods.
And you have to think about human rights too.
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope.
There we go. That's where we're at. Hey.
Nuance too, because not everybody's the same.
Yeah.
And you have to understand, even though they may look like they're dealing with the same psychosis or the same issue, everybody's
Everybody, yeah, got to meet them where they're at.
where they're at.
Right.
Make sure we wrap around with the, hey, we're here to help.
Exactly.
Because sometimes it's just that, hey, listening to them or letting them know somebody's bad.
Yeah.
Makes that difference.
And then I'll end it with this. I grew up here in Tucson, right? A long time ago.
Right.
We were paranoid about anything, right? Because the police, these people know that the laws, the normal laws, huh?
What are you?
Oh, I can't say on live, but I'm over 40.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but they're not, the laws aren't being enforced at the bus stops. I mean, you can drive to any bus stop and there's not all of them, but some of them, most of them, you'll have three. No one's enforcing the laws because what's going to happen? Every arrest in city of Tucson costs me and you $500 to $1,000. And so it's kind of like in 2 or 3 years, I don't want to be having this same conversation that, in my opinion, a zero tolerance effect, and let our citizens feel safe. Because at eventually, these homeless people, and a lot of them are homeless, but they're addicted. And so our neighborhoods are being taken over, right? I mean, I listen to the scanner all day long, and so I hear it, and maybe a lot of things you don't even hear. It's out of control, and so that's why I'm here, just to hear what you. Yeah.
I just think that we have to be fully challenged. Because first of all, the court had so 66% of all fentanyl in the United States comes to Tucson.
I didn't hear what.
66% of all fentanyl in the United
Yeah.
States comes to Tucson. So it's $13 prevalence for anything. So we have to address that
Oh, yeah, now you're talking.
before we start dealing with
Yeah.
symptoms, we
Yeah.
have to get to the cause. And if we start really dealing with the cause,
Yeah.
narrowing down those symptoms, and we can really get those people that are really difficult to get help.
Yeah.
We can figure out how to get them in, and the ones that are like, "So I'm ready," we'll get them.
Yep.
So there's so many different ways we have to attack this.
Yeah.
You can't just say just zero tolerance.
Yeah.
Because you would get crack in that. What it did to my people, what it did to our neighborhood.
Yeah. No, Chicago.
Minimum sentences and what it did to our communities and our families.
Where are you from?
Okay, I'm originally from California.
Oh, okay.
So you see, zero tolerance isn't always the best idea.
Yeah. Well, and that's where, I think there's the balance, because a lot of citizens, the community, they feel helpless. The police aren't even, I mean, if you call them, if it's not someone getting assaulted, they're not going to be right there.
Well, that's
And
yeah. I go out to the communities. I go out to neighborhood associations.
Oh, nice.
To some of the neighborhood associations. And I listen to the neighbors. I give them the voice.
I can tell. You're great.
The services does. You conduit to the community and the county and our justice system.
Yeah.
So by going to those, going to the businesses, listening to them, bringing their voices to these meetings. That's how we come up with different solutions, someone with addressing different concerns, and make sure the community feels like they have a voice in there.
Well, if you ever want to get a hold of me, I'd like to include my opinion, because I have some ideas, but I'm just a normal Joe out here. I mean, a lot of.
Joe's.
Hey, that's what it's about. What was your name again?
Doyle.
Doyle. Do you have a card, Doyle?
I'll give you my digital card if you get your phone on you.
All right. He's been great here helping us, dealing with lots of cases every day. I'll tell you that. All right, nice talking to you.
Have you been to the transition center before?
No, I've been wanting to.
That's got the number on it, the email. We can email me and I can try to set up a tour.
Okay, that would be awesome.
Talk to the program manager, Diana Lobos, who's there, and she'll hook you up and show you the tour. And talk to the navigators, and they'll let you know what it's like from a day-to-day perspective of dealing with folks.
Yeah, I just wish they would take some of the politics out of it.
It's not politicians.
No. Well, there's a couple of them that might be a little bit.
Not a transition center.
No, not transition. Well, no, actually, the
Yeah.
person who put on the transition center, what's her name? She's kind of got short hair, glasses. Yeah.
Kate?
Yeah. What's her last name?
Kate, what's up?
Yeah. So she was in New York City, in front of the Trump building, flicking it off. I don't know if you saw that photo.
Right.
She's not someone I'm really like a fan off the bat.
That was on her own personal.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is it's all, a lot of them have a political,
Leaning.
like it's not about. So, but I appreciate you on. Yeah.
See, one thing in that we assume, and we want to start,
Same thing with me. Yeah.
Don't do that, because I'm not going to judge you by what's on your shirt, what you're doing. I'm going to have a conversation with you.
I'll talk to her.
So come.
Yeah.
Talk to her.
I would.
She may surprise you.
Oh, I heard she's nice, but she's also along. A lot of the people here in Tucson, though, are in this. It's called a political bubble, right? We got every single office elected as a Democrat, and I don't know who you are. Who, doesn't matter. So anybody who doesn't go along with the machine, the Grijalva, the Romero machine, the Lane Santa Cruz, I mean, it kind of gets into this. My opinion doesn't matter. The normal citizen can say, like what I just told you is the normal citizen's opinion. So it's all political based. For instance, everybody's picking on Nanos right now, right?
Okay.
He's the political fallout, right?
Okay.
But there's lots of people that maybe need to be held responsible along with Nanos, right?
Everybody has to have individual accountability.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at, is like a lot of it in this town is tied to their politics. Yeah.
Because I've been doing a lot of community stuff.
No.
Events, so that way you can come, you can have your voice and be heard with the rest of the community members.
Yeah.
Because it's community first. It has to be.
That's what it's about. We have community.
Driven.
Yep.
All right. Because if it's
Perfect. Yep. Hey, I'm all about having the conversation. So thank you for taking the time. Appreciate it. Yep. All right, guys, we had a great conversation. As you could see it, I don't let them hold back. I don't let them hold back.
I bet the one lady's here that told me that I'm not gonna vote, and I'm gonna do everything to make sure you don't get elected. She's here.
I spoke to
Yes, the one that was on Yaki forum.
I spoke to.
All right, I held them.
Yeah.
We are here, everybody. We got our Nancy Guthrie flyers.
Different.
We're talking with the people.
So I did.
Thank you, Gail. Trying to bring some change. No more just press conferences where they don't say anything. Oh, we're doing something. We're here to bring some awareness. You got it, really.
You never sent me that video.
Oh, let me send it. Actually, it's on this phone. That's probably, I'll send it on this phone. All right, we're waiting. We probably won't stay for the whole thing, so thank you for hanging in while we're here. Good evening. Good evening. We are here. We got some cool pens over here.
There's some letters in the cooler if you guys
Oh, thank
put
you.
ice
bro.
on it.
Thank you. Tomatoes was at Nancy's, I heard. Oh my gosh.
No, but is this somebody lane 10?
No, it's not Selena. Selena, yeah,
Oh, she's coming. No, they're doing, but this, because this is Selena's, and the other side of 12th is lane 10. Want water?
Sure. I got a drink, but I'll take the water if you're getting up. Oh, wow. The Tucson waters. These are collector's items.
Yeah. That's why the price went up. They had to put it in cans.
How you doing?
All right, how are you?
Prickly pear. You ever had it?
I mean,
Prickly pear water.
that's what I got right here. Yes. I stuff. You know what I mean? The baby young ones, young leaves,
Oh, yeah?
and slice them up. You put them in there with the chili and the meat, the shredded beef.
Mhm. All right, let's check the comments.
Good to see you.
Check the comments.
Hey, bud, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good to see you again.
I don't think we met.
Met you at Ward 5. Hey, I'm Fernando. Oh, you were there.
Yeah.
I was the one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah.
There was a lot going on. Hey.
Yeah.
Good to see you. We're waiting for the special guest.
Yeah, it was disappointed Salim didn't show up at that thing we did, you know. Because it would have been a good spot for a show.
Welcome in, everybody. It's kind of an interesting, we're trying something new out. We're going to a city meeting, city initiative. I don't want to take up everybody's seat. Yeah, I was talking with the guy over there, and the problem is they're dealing with their own stuff inside, where they're handcuffed in these jobs too.
Oh yeah, what?
And
Sheriff. It's like a dominoes effect. You got Sheriff Nanos, who's getting sued because they gave too much morphine to a guy that was coming in on fentanyl. They wound up killing him because they overdosed him on the methadone. So now he doesn't want to take anybody in that's been on fentanyl.
Yeah.
Who are the police going to arrest that's not on fentanyl? You know what I'm saying? Who are they going to? So now we have, so now we got officers don't want to waste your time arresting anybody because jail's not going to take them.
no, it's just
And
it's
now,
a nightmare.
Yeah,
It's an
now-
epidemic.
now you got people becoming emboldened because they do all these crimes and nobody messes with them. You got to have consequences. The only way to deal with reducing crime is to hit them with a consequence. That's it. All this other BS that they're trying to do, the smoke and mirrors, and they're trying to get this public that they're trying to do something.
No, I asked him, I said, well, what do you guys think about a zero tolerance? Zero tolerance, like certain areas you just do zero tolerance. You're going to jail. I mean, hey, back in the day, if a cop caught you, what would happen? You're going to jail. Right now, these people, they don't have any sort of there's no consequences. They know if they get arrested, they actually happy because they get a meal and then they'll be out.
But they're not even gonna go in. They're not even gonna
Oh.
go in. Back, 15, 20 years ago, they arrested you. They got you, these guys that are smoking fentanyl on the street, that's class 4 felony. Yeah. For them to be holding fentanyl on the bike is class 4 felony. Back in the day, you would have been charged with the class 4 felony. During the your plea agreement with the state, they might drop it down to class 3 or, class 4.
Well, and the thing about it is they won't even say the C word. They don't.
I'm sorry, class 5 or
He
class.
tried to say until we go after the people who are supplying it, how they won't even acknowledge that they're here. I mean, right now, how many, so they got to be able to address it somehow. Let's see, when was that guy that died there from over? Tell me how to get footage of that to Matt. I don't know. I don't know who has footage of that. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. Lane Santa Cruz is late to her own meeting.
Oh. Misses his code. Hi. Yeah. Just sitting here waiting for the star shows me late. Oh, late Santa Cruz. Your friend. Buddy. Yeah, she is got a really poor image of representatives. Too many poor images of representatives. All activists, not representatives. All right. But yeah, I had one of Adelaide's friends call me today. Democrat.
Oh, yeah.
But he did say that's what he said. The biggest thing wrong with Adelina, this is not where she should be. She's an activist. She has
Yeah.
business trying to be a representative. Activists are not representatives. They're going after one thing and they ignore everybody else.
Yep. Yep.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Laura.
Are you live on Facebook? Or
YouTube.
I gotta figure out how to set up a YouTube.
All right, guys, we're gonna get started here in just a minute. I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Here, Dan, you want to talk to the crowd for a minute while I run up here, or you
Sure.
you want to just sit?
I just said.
Okay. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Be right back.
Hey, Ricky, this is Ian Lucas. I'm good. I'm back over here at the Pueblo Rio activity center. They're doing it. Yep. I'll probably be here at probably 45 minutes an hour or something like that. I actually met Daniel Hernandez. He actually, I think I surprised him. We were at Douglas, and I got up on the stage, and I spoke to the town of Douglas. Then I invited Douglas to see if they had time. Daniel Hernandez was here, and I invite you all to speak with him and ask him questions. Daniel Hernandez, he was just blown away. Then I got down, and he said, "Dan, thank you. That was really decent meeting." I said, "You want to go up and speak?" He said, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, sure." So I went over and said, "Hey," I went to the MC and said, "Hey, did Danny come and speak?" "Oh, are you serious?" And I said, "Yeah." Oh, my God. Well, I do know that there's bad blood between their names. And like I said, before we start debating, this I'm very.
All right, I am back, guys. I am back.
I told her, I said, "You see, I don't see it." I said, "I see you." My cousin, friends, friends. We've been here, we've been here all.
All right, guys, we are live at the Safe City Initiative. As you can see, you got this behind me.
Just
Doing it. Dude, nice to finally meet you. Are you okay to be on film?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
What up? What up?
David Garcia right here. And what's the name of your
We're with Barrio Restoration.
Barrio Restoration?
Yes.
And so what I want to do is come out and do like film one of your things, turn it into like full video with music, but also, so younger kids see it.
Oh, yeah.
But this 100K film is and he was born in South Tucson. So he's known
They never had any.
I recognize.
I just thought.
Cuba, the show
Yeah.
Cuba back in the day. That's why he's got
Oh.
glasses.
Glenn.
Nah, man.
Right.
I barely got into the circle like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
But
But she's a huge.
You have
no, you.
I was looking at the news.
but you're on what social media?
And it-
Barrio Restoration, guys. Go give him a follow. Barrio Restoration. He's doing big things, helping out.
I said she.
Lots of cleanups in the city. When do you have one coming up?
Yes.
When's the next one?
I even told the Republican.
This Sunday.
The volunteer.
Who's a friend of mine? I said,
This Sunday.
got two. Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna try to make that.
Let us know. We just got our new location today. We signed a lease for the property right on 6th Avenue, next to the bridge on the northeast.
all right. Thanks.
That's gonna be our lot. We're gonna try to make an impact in that area.
Cause I had this idea, like like what you're doing for the thing, right? But there's also some like families that you need that done for the front yard to like, I'll pay a landscaper to go out, just. They'll have just a whole new, you know what I mean? Cause I think if we did each house by house, much as neighborhoods or the house, cause you know, there's some ugly scenes.
We like to do good for the neighborhood, and sometimes people don't have the means to do it. But you know, a donation this way, they
Yeah.
up in other neighborhoods and stuff that we've done,
Yeah.
in the past. So
So,
He's doing a lot here. Yeah.
oh, that's what I'm saying.
We were over there on 6th Saturday feeding them.
well, that's gonna be not our permanent location, but you know, a temporary location to see what we can do in that area. We're picking up a lot of trash already, man.
Oh, yeah.
I was on the phone with him just now with one of their neighbors. And he's bringing some of these. Did you sign this? I'm recalling Dan.
Yeah.
Hernando's good. He's bringing me a sheet, and he goes, "I'm gonna be on. I'm
Guys
Dan.
are here. It's busy, it is packed,
I'm a Democrat, but I fought
hot in here.
I said, then we started talking. I said, ask your cousin if in Douglas I didn't get him up on the stand and I didn't give him a
Watch.
big shot.
No. Yeah.
That was real. And I said, hey, I'm not here to fight with anybody. I'm what because I want to improve our city. That's it. That's all I care. I'm not a politician.
There's Selena Barajas, council. We met with her the other day, remember? We just met with her the other day.
Yeah. I did a video with him, did an interview with him, put it out.
Yeah, he's doing great work.
He's doing the landscaping over there. Yep.
Everybody knows each other. We're the odd man out over here. There's Selena Barajas. She's a council member. Councilmember Barajas. She just was elected, everybody. We were at her office, remember the other day? We were at her office.
Yeah, I talked to him when we were out picking up trash.
And look, we got a fresh water. Look at this water. It's prickly pear peanut sparkling water. Look at that. Prickly pear water. It's for city water, Tucson water, 125 years.
Hey,
Prickly pear water.
let everyone out there know Hernandez, the Democrats coming to drop off one of these petitions.
Daniel.
No, not Daniel.
Alma?
No, he's Hernandez, but he's related to Daniel and Alma's cousin. But he's bringing a petition right.
There's Selena Bra. We'll keep. She's saying hi to all her friends. They need someone to come in here and shake the trees, man. I mean, everybody's just so friendly with each other. I mean, I get it, right? But
They
that's
have
not
to have,
the-
they need opposition.
Oh my
When
God.
when they go in and they have decisions to make up something, they need debates.
Yep. And I saw a Cash App come through. Thank you. See if I can pull up who sent that. Thank you. We're here for the community, supporting the citizens, standing up for the citizens. For hugs, lots of hugs.
I'm gonna say hi to.
We are here, 342, almost to 200 likes.
I brought you out here. Oh, I saw.
I can't see the comments. If you guys have any questions, what should I ask the council members? What should I ask the council members about our crime epidemic? Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you.
Here's what I'm worried about this today.
Yeah, she's the nice one. The other one hasn't shown up yet. She's not even here. Lane Santa Cruz is not. This is Selena Barajas. Lane Santa Cruz is not here yet. She's the real controversial one.
She wanted to introduce me to David. I said, I already know David. Wow. So, see if there's a ball thing here. What do you think? What's up?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a piece.
No, it's a shame, good. So long, we were like. Kind of like a beacon of safety for homeless people, you know? And like we open like. And slowly but surely more safety I look more people find themselves in that's really funny. I know,
All right, guys, you guys, what I see, you guys see. What I see, look what we got here. We got some great pizza going on. We are here. We're just waiting for this to start. I'm not gonna stick around the whole time, but
it's funny, I ran into somebody here the other day. It said they listen every time I go to speak at the meetings. I was like, somebody's seen me.
we're waiting for Lane Santa Cruz. Maybe we'll get a statement from her. I would see being a little late to being the last one to your event.
Yeah.
Remember that guy, Benny? Santa Cruz. He's the one who wrote about saying his like being for the world days and Dasso. I went over to World London. Yeah, but that's the one that they like. Yeah. Way they.
I'm so busy
Oh, I bet.
doing this right here. posting this right here, going out and doing this right here. I haven't been able to do much of anything. All I've been posting, other than that thing we did at the meeting, is posting flyers on where you can sign petitions. This is how crazy it can be. This is how crazy it can be. Yeah, he was so proud. He said she was with him.
Yeah, it seemed like they just wanted to say this wanted us. I never.
Raised her.
And you know, I can talk to there, and it was like, they don't want him to straight up and line him. I hate to say, as nice as it can be. First time. We're like, we want to speak, we need to let us speak. They gave us like. And then, so. And then at the second meeting, it was like.
Where's Lane Santa Cruz? We're on the Lane Santa Cruz watch.
Meeting,
Where's Lane?
we spend half the time explaining what a data center is, like we don't know. Like we're here for this, we don't need space. What a data center. And yeah, they talk on the control. They start. And then at the end, we only have 15 minutes. We're like,
The person who's throwing on the event isn't even here yet. And all these people are sitting here.
We're getting cut off. The cat.
222, another synchronicity number 222. Someone broke it, 223, nice. Hopefully we'll be getting started here soon, guys. Thanks for tuning into this random stream. Maybe a little bit different.
Yeah. Exhaust all that. So we really need to be done.
South Tucson TP does respond a lot.
Get your parents together.
I know they told me. They told me. And they're just gonna say, what is? How are you?
Hey, gotta say hi to the fans. You say you're the nicest council person. The nicest.
Five. Let's take a picture with our Ward 5 neighbors. We'll do that.
Okay.
Stay tuned for Safe City Connect, everyone.
All right.
Hey, don't forget to sign this.
You're not Ward 5, huh?
No, I'm on.
Hello. We're here. She's the homeless director right there. That's the homeless director. Brandy Champion, the homeless director. You got lots of fans.
Oh,
They're all saying hi.
good. I'm glad.
You want to say hi and introduce yourself?
Hello.
Here, come around here.
Come around here.
All right. So I was telling them what you do, how important your job is, because
Yeah.
it's one of the most important.
It is.
You got to speak up though. What do you?
So I'm Brandy Champion. I'm the Community Safety, Health and Wellness Director at the City of Tucson. We do many things. We have some housing under our umbrella. We have some case management and care coordination under our umbrella. We have the Office of Violence Prevention and Intervention. We also do some stuff around opioids with Pima County. We work with TPD, Tucson Fire, community partners. It's
Yeah, you got your hands.
job. Yeah.
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 Well, we're supporting you. I
Thank
know
you.
it's a battle.
Yes.
It's a battle
Thank you.
between the bureaucracy, right? Lots
Yeah,
of bureaucracy.
politics, a lot of bureaucracy.
Yeah,
lot of-
but
lot
what
of-
you're doing is on the ground, you're setting the people up.
Yeah.
So I maybe I'll meet with you where we can, so I can get like people that want to help someone find a place.
Yeah.
Like I have this girl, she's all go to rehab.
Yeah, oh,
So-
absolutely.
We could have like, hey, here's 3 places. I'll even drive her them.
We have a project coordinator that does all of that, Michelle Keller on our team.
Okay.
Excellent, has a lot of education around opioids, and a lot of resources to get people headed towards recovery.
That's what it
Um,
takes.
So absolutely,
I don't think we met. Damien,
Brandy,
nice to meet you. You haven't heard about me, have you?
I haven't,
No?
so,
857 Tucson?
oh, yes,
Yeah,
I have.
okay.
So, yay, nice to-
Yeah. All right. Nice meeting you, Brandy.
Thank you,
Thanks for all your hard work.
thank you.
Ready.
All right, we're getting to know the people. Nice lady. She's got her hands.
Yeah.
She's got her hands.
So you're ready on questions? Good, okay, we'll be to your table at eventually.
Good. Yeah, everybody's nice. Everybody is very nice. Nice people.
Daniel?
Right.
What's your name?
Damien.
Amy.
Sorry, my foot's all tangled up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice to be told.
I've seen your speeches.
What do you think?
Well, we will probably disagree on a couple things, but I mean, you got passion, man. That's what it's all about. You stand with what you believe for. But obviously, the thing, were you the camera guy? Surveillance?
Yes.
I believe we need a little more surveillance. And that's where maybe we don't agree, we disagree.
Where's the line?
Well, I just think if anyone's driving on the road, for instance, the Nancy Guthrie case, the kidnapping, we don't have any cameras to get any of these people that are driving away from these scenes, right? So if at least there was something that you could see a vehicle, hey, they just robbed Circle K, and there's a, so that's kind of where I'm thinking to help catch the criminals with our epidemic going on. What do you think?
I think we've existed for so long without this technology. So, we've got law. I mean, there's been issues, yes. But that's the thing with freedom. Freedom is dangerous.
I was actually gonna, I'm listening to you two talking, I'm sitting there going, how did, if this was 6 months ago, I bet you felt a little different.
Oh, so
Yeah,
they,
yeah,
oh,
6 months ago,
well,
I guarantee you, I didn't want any cameras.
well, as far as like the speed cameras, no, but if somebody just kidnapped your family member, you would hope the city's got a picture of it.
Yeah.
Right? So,
That's why I said that 6 months ago, may have felt there, things changed.
no, there's a case, the girl, she was hit and run at the Crooked Tooth downtown, on Fourth Avenue. She worked there. She got hit and run right there on Fourth Avenue. They never found the person who hit her. So at least they would go, hey, it's a white car, it's a blue car. You can't normally see the people in. It's mainly about having something, if something does happen, some sort of recourse.
But
What about the woman in Denver who was falsely accused of being a package thief? Because the cops are saying, we had your car going through this neighborhood. We have this ring footage that kind of looks like you.
Yeah.
But it was a woman who was 30 years old. And the only way she absolved herself was because she had her dash cam
Yeah.
recording. And she didn't go and steal this package.
That's where the fine line is. But here's the deal is, I don't know if you've driven around Tucson, but we got a lot of criminals in, right? And I know it's every city.
Pretty familiar.
Yeah. So I think at least having some sort of safety
I have,
would be good. I don't know.
I printed out that one.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I'll take. it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, it doesn't hurt, doesn't.
We're waiting, guys.
that's funny. Well, I don't know if you know anything about my story. One of Arizona's wrong with you, did 9 out here. Spend 30 years fighting, right? So I'm right there with you when do right.
No, it's just a simple freaking camera
And
on
I'm-
a main road, on a public road.
It's
not
crazy,
gonna,
because once you give away, you get in the back.
not gonna
Never gonna get that.
hurt anybody.
Well, it's what Benjamin Franklin said, right? Those who excel a little bit of liberty for safety deserve neither. So,
Yeah, but here's the difference is Benjamin Franklin didn't have a fentanyl problem, right? The drug problem,
and opiates, they don't.
but nothing like it. It's a true epidemic if you drive around the streets. And a lot of it is kicking down the can and saying, we're just gonna, well, I mean, they have more rights than us as far as criminals. I mean, they're not enforcing the law. Right now in the neighborhoods, there's lots of drug dealers going operating wrongly. And so in your way of thinking, it's the new normal. This is normal. We should just accept it. And mine is, hey, there's nothing normal about it.
I'm just worried they're using this as an excuse to do something that's affecting all of us a lot more than that. So it's
I hear what you're saying though. It's a slippery slope.
so
And
like
so-
I work out in South Tucson, right?
Yeah.
And every day, like I pass a place where there's drug
Oh,
activity, and everyone knows it. Everyone who works where I work knows it. We see all the people coming and going. Why are they bothering putting up cameras when they can just deal with the issue? You know,
and that's why everybody's like, why do they allow it? And so then we're sitting here having a conversation when they should be doing this.
and these cameras. I mean, we're talking about the opiate issues. How many of these people that were like zonked out were driving around? They're walking.
Well, there is a lot of zonkers driving though too. I listen to the
There's a
standard.
lot more people who aren't
Oh
that
yeah.
are being scanned by these cameras.
Well, I appreciate the conversation. I mean, obviously there's a balance. I get privacy but if you're on a main road in a city, you can expect you're gonna be on camera, right? But because it's Tucson, there's lack of cameras. So if you go to another city like Denver, maybe there's gonna be cameras everywhere.
This is
What would you classify as?
As what?
As criminal? Like, what would you like? What would you classify as a crime?
these are the license, the AI.
As far as in drugs or?
Yeah, like I heard.
So this is U of
like,
A.
the drug prices,
You're-
like,
Yeah.
like,
Right now.
like.
U of A spent $2 billion in students
classify them as a crime.
buying these cameras.
Well,
And they
I
think-
think we see the drug
Every year.
activity going on.
And these are
And so there's the small town ones, right, that are
Like,
in bed
they're
with the big cartel.
cameras.
So there's American citizens that are in
I don't.
business with the cartel. They're,
You know?
so as far as
Here.
criminals, it would be people who are distributing fentanyl and meth. And then as you drive probably here, you see it all. So not the people that are dealing, I think should be taken to a place I call the healing center, right? They're not allowed to stay on the streets and die anymore.
Yeah.
They can't, because what happens is if you ignore it, what's gonna happen is they're gonna either die on the streets or they'll be assaulted. Very small percentage are choosing to get help unless they're forced to, right? So that's where the balance of, allowing them to have the freedom to say no, but also knowing it's not in their best
Having
interest
somebody,
to stay out there, they're gonna get hit. So,
the mayor.
yeah,
You know how there's this push for public power, right? Public utility power.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the girls, she's one of the big organizers of that. She went to Mayor Romero saying, why are you using TEP study on this and not the study that you paid for?
we're trying the best we can, guys, just trying to have conversations. It's really hard. We're really far apart on some of these issues with people, but we're having the conversation.
That's not cool.
We're having the fun. We're talking about it, discussing.
So, how y'all doing?
Good, good.
Same agrees.
I'm Jamal.
Come on, Dan will get it.
Dan?
We'll get it.
Red. Red.
Have you signed the petition to recall Sheriff Nanos?
I have not.
It-
I have not. I don't know what it is.
It's nonpartisan. As a matter of fact, one of the Hernandez. Bring me the sheet.
Oh, another one? Okay.
Well, he's got his fill. People all over the city.
I know enough for Tucson, to be honest.
Oh, but he's not.
I know his current.
He's the one that did, well, you gonna read what I wrote, the next page?
Okay.
That's the next one. That one.
Yeah,
got-
there's lots of places they can get free clothes. Hey, Laura,
What else? is doing?
we're here at the meeting. There's still no sign of fruits. Where's your Sandy Roots?
Right. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm so glad that you all are here. My name is Selena Barajas. I am the newly elected council member of Ward 5. And I'm so honored to serve this community, and I'm so proud to see everyone here in attendance.
How's the volume, guys? How's the volume?
Showed up on a Monday. We could have been watching the University of Arizona play, but they didn't win, but it's okay. We are here because we care for our Tucson community. We care about the future. We care about the safety of our neighborhoods. That's why you all are here, because you all have been showing up. I see so many neighborhood leaders here in attendance. I see so many wonderful nonprofit partners here, some business owners, our city partners. Thank you all for showing up. Let's continue to show up and let's discuss solutions and how we're gonna move forward. And if you do know somebody that wanted to attend, there is gonna be two or three more in-person meetings, Wednesday and Friday. And
Fired up about Tucson. Welcome in.
I hope that when you leave here, you contact as many neighbors as you can to participate, because it's really important that we show up. And I was just speaking to Sarah, and she said this is a great turnout. So let's continue to turn out for our community. Thank you all.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Yes, my name is Sarah Sherman. I will introduce myself, event structure in a minute. But thank you for being here. It means a lot. I know it's Monday and I think there's a football game going on or something. I've heard a lot about that today. So thank you for being here and donating your time. I'd like to introduce one of our assistant city managers, Liz Morales, to open up our event this evening. Good evening. So great to see all of you. I want to start with just saying thank you to both city and county staff for coming and doing the resource tape. We love the fact that we just want to have face to face with each one of you. We want you to be able to ask us questions, tell us your feedback. And so that's why we started this, kind of giving you time to come have some drinks and food and talking to people, because it's really important that we hear from you. And one of the things we wanted to accomplish with this rollout of this action plan, it's a draft action plan, is because we know we can't do anything unless we have buy-in from the community. Anything that we're doing, we always like to share that everything we do is data informed, that we're doing things that are best practices in other communities. But it doesn't matter, any of those things don't matter if it's not something that our residents want and think will work. And so this draft action plan that we're going to talk about tonight is going to be further molded and revised based on your input. And we want to make sure we get everyone's input. So I want to just start. Am I controlling this? I want to start, and I also, terrible of you guys, look at this, my favorite people behind me. Council member Selena Barajas, thank you for kicking us off, for being so welcoming. And I also want to say that on behalf of the mayor was going to come, she ended up not being able to make it. Also, I spoke with council member Lane Santa Cruz. One of the things that both Councilmember Barajas and Councilmember Santa Cruz They were not involved in setting this up and planning this. We invite them, just like we invited all of you. This is staff led. We scheduled this. We wanted to make sure to have the input. Mayor and council supported, as you know, if you watch our mayor and council meetings, to say, yes, move forward with this action plan and get community input. But as far as when and how we did these meetings, this was staff led. And so if council members can make it, they do, but they completely support the fact that we're getting community input. But I just wanted to make it very clear that it's the people, Sarah, Jeff, Laura Sharp, and all these fine staff members who really put this together. And the format, thank you all. And the format we have tonight is based on something we did with the housing equation, our budget town hall. We found it was really a great way to have face-to-face with staff talking about the priorities in a way where we are going to hear everything everyone says, and it gives us a chance to have a dialogue that everyone has a chance to speak and have a voice. So I hope you enjoy this format. At the end, you'll hear about a survey, because if you think the format we missed something, or the format wasn't what it needed to be, we want to hear back. So again, thank you for dedicating your time tonight to provide this meaningful input that we're going to hear from you tonight. So I just want to give you an overview of how we've gotten to this point today of having this draft action plan. We know we are a great city, but we're not a perfect city. We have problems. We have challenges. We have vulnerable people with lots of issues that really need help. And so, but we also know there's residents and business owners
Orleans, Santa Cruz, they just didn't show up.
and these individuals are having these vulnerable individuals with issues. We know we have seen an increase in homelessness, unsheltered homelessness. Our shelters are seeing numbers, you know, where they're at capacity. We have behavioral health crisis with people, whether it's mental health or substance use disorders. We have violence that we've seen, whether it's these incidents we've seen on our transit or in our downtown. We know these things are happening, and we have public disorder. We are not the city and the mayor, when she rolled out her letter to the community, to residents, she's saying, we know that we have these very challenging issues happening, and we are not pretending like everything's good. We realize that we have opportunities to work together. The city has been doing efforts. It does not seem to be sufficient. We understand that. We also know we have other partners. The county has been there with us as we've worked through the last several years around homelessness and all the issues we've been dealing with. We've worked with our county partners. We also have state and federal. We have sought every kind of dollar, grant money, everything we could. But we know we cannot do it alone as a city with the resources that we have. And I'm sorry, the darkness is making this hard for me to see. I did not bring my reading glasses. We
Have a good night. The mayor was supposed to be here, and in Santa Cruz was supposed to be here, and they didn't show up.
I did it in 16 font, but I could see it. I was wrong. I'm moving to 20. And we've heard really loud and clear, the community says you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. And even though there's been some progress, especially for those people we've been able to help, it's not enough. So the challenges we know are interconnected. So as an example, with homelessness, we know it's connected to addictions. A lot of people are on the streets because of substance use disorders. Mental health crises result in a lot of 911 calls. We have service gaps in the neighborhoods, businesses, in our emergency rooms. These things are all being impacted. But with the work that we've been doing, our staff, we have a lot of people who live through these experiences themselves. And we hear from people in the community who have been able to come out of those issues to say, this is what works. And so, and we use research and we use, that's, as I mentioned, what are other communities doing that are working? So the purpose of Safe City is really how do we address these complex overlapping issues through alignment? And so the next slide is the draft action plan. You're going to see the first section, the first kind of part of the action plan is what is the city of Tucson doing? A lot of that is in partnership with the county and other partners, community providers, nonprofits. There's a lot of work that we're just being done. We felt it was important for us to tell a story so that our residents and business owners know the city has invested and been doing this work. And so in the draft action plan, you'll see some of that. Those existing efforts such as outreach teams and shelter and housing supports, our behavioral health partnerships, diversion programs and crisis response teams that are with law enforcement. And then we have our partnerships with, as I mentioned already, the Pima County partnerships like the Transition Center and working with agencies like Community Bridges for the safe, well, we'll call it the safer.
Sobering for recovery.
Thank you. Say it again.
Sobering alternative for recovery.
Sobering alternative for recovery. I usually know that, but thank you. The reality is we are doing a lot of work. It is helping people. It's just not helping at the scale that's needed. So how do we make these impacts more visible? How do we make them more impactful? So the other thing we did in the action plan is talk about where are the gaps and needs in our systems. So when I say systems, the housing system, the behavioral health system, our justice system, how do all these systems work together or not, are not working together? Where are those gaps that we need to find solutions for? The whole purpose of Safe City is existing efforts, existing systems. How do we align them? How do we coordinate? How do we work together? Because we're all doing a lot of things, but if we learn to do them better together, we might make more progress. We might have more impact. So this is, if we know where we're lacking, that's where we can start putting some efforts. And we are doing that. We've been doing that, and that work needs to continue. But we hope that your feedback tonight is, I didn't know you guys did that. Have you thought about doing this? Are you talking to these people? So when you're reading this draft plan, when you're talking at your tables, put those ideas out that we may not have considered or thought of. And so after the gaps and needs, we go into our plan priorities. And again, we looked at what are we doing now? And we're putting it through a filter to say, how do we take what's existing and address the 6 priorities that, again, staff based on input from various public meetings, talking to our nonprofits, talking to the people receiving services, where are the needs of our community? And we have determined there's 6 priorities that we think if we work in these 6 areas, we will make progress. So resource access for the unsheltered. How do we get the unsheltered to where they need to go to end their experience, their existing experience of homelessness? How do we get mental health and substance use coordination improved? How do we strengthen that? How do we get that working better? Because if we can really address mental health and substance use coordination in a more effective way, we could see a meaningful change in the community. Third is violence prevention and intervention. We have people from both Tucson Police, we have our Office of Violence Prevention and Intervention manager. We're talking to people like the Goodwill, who has programs, and other partners in the community and national organizations to tell us how do we really address violence.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you. Sorry. Bye.
Merrill has said many times, we can't do this alone. Who do we need to help us? And how do we get them to come to the table? We believe that if we collaborate and work with others, we will get farther. Fifth is data, technology, and communication. How are we building public trust How are we more transparent? How do we use data to report these things and technology? And finally, community outreach and engagement. This isn't a one-time, we want to talk to you. We want to continue to have a dialogue with the community to say, here's what we're doing and how are we doing? Tell us how we're doing. So this draft action plan,
Yeah, no politics. Crime affects both sides. Doesn't matter what political party you're at. Crime affects everyone.
here's how we're going to be accountable for the work that we're doing under Safe City. So you know, the key performance indicators tell us that we're moving in the right direction. So we're looking at housing outcomes, diversion and treatment, violence reduction, service connections, data quality, and community cleanup. Because we want our community to be a place where we can all be proud of. These are initial indicators. They don't capture everything that we think we can capture. They're just enough that we'll be pushing that out to the public. You can see how we're doing and we'll know, is that really telling us if we're making a difference? If not, we'll change it. We'll find a different way to measure ourselves. But we're starting with these measurements. And we want, again, to be accountable for what we say we're doing, and we want to be transparent. So future direction, we do plan to continue to work on metrics, improve the data quality, and adjust it based on community feedback. So that's just a quick overview of where we're at and how we got here today. Again, your input on this is why we're here, but I hope that this short overview will inspire you to go read the document after we leave here today. This document is meant to be something that we all collectively either love. If you hate it, it's okay. Just come back and tell us why. But we're hoping you say, good city of Tucson, go on your way and do these things. And if not, tell us where we should be working on. Okay. So I think I did my job, Sarah. Okay. All right. Can I get somebody to grab the lights? I'm gonna do my spiel. Okay. Hi. I know this is a lot of information. So I want to, what we're going to do now, this is going to explain kind of the event structure of what we're going to do moving forward. My name is Sarah Sherman. I'm the Equity Project Manager with the Office of Equity in the City of Tucson. I always encourage feedback about the structure of these events. Like Liz mentioned, we really like this deliberative forum model, but it's got kind of a process. So I'm going to explain the process so that you're fully informed and you know how to go through this event effectively. Okay, I am going to be your host for the evening. I hope that you don't completely hate the sound of my voice as you're gonna hear it a lot. Happy Monday. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to start with, we have an amazing crew of city experts here that are representing each of the priorities that you just heard. They're going to give a 5-minute presentation each. I know that sounds like maybe a lot, one right after the other, but here's how we break that up. On your table, you have something called a question card, and it looks like this. I would like every single person to have one. I will be honest with you. I hope that there are enough at each table. If there's not, we have extras. It's just unfortunate because they're in black and white, they're not straight. If you need more at your table, please let me know and we will come and give those to you. So this question card on the front, this is considered the front. You've got a list of all the priorities as well as what the priority encompasses. Okay. On the back, you've got the same priorities and an empty space. This empty space, while you hear,
I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, guys. I'm like, right.
This is a space for you to write down any and all of the questions that you have. when you're, I know that this is a small space, use your notes, use your, your jargon, do the things that you need to do so that you can remember what exactly you want to ask the representatives at the next section. So priority 1, we'll do 5-minute presentation. You're writing down your questions. I'll give you a little space in between if you need some extra time in between presentations as well. Then priority 2 will come up and you'll do the same thing. Priority 3 will come up, you'll do the same thing. Priority 4, 5, and then 6. Okay. Any questions on that so far? Pretty self-explanatory, right? After that, we'll kind of do, what we will do is we'll have each of the priority city representatives, we will go to, they will be assigned a table. So they will then come to your table and then have 12-minute discussion with you. This is the opportunity for you to ask all the questions. First thing I would say, because this is a deliberative forum and because we only have 12 minutes at each table, and there are a lot of you, here's what I'd like to remind you of. Make sure everybody gets a chance and an opportunity to ask their questions.
Have a good night.
We want to make sure that we're
Thank you for coming in, Glenna.
I would also say we understand that you've probably each of you are bringing your stories and your experiences that you've seen within the community to this room. We want to keep it to questions first. And if there's time at the end, kind of giving commentary of what you're seeing and what you're concerned about, just to make sure that you're being informed on all of the priorities and the things that you have been seeing and you want to see change. Once the 12 minutes is over, you will see a timer up here on the screen. So you will always be able to keep track of how many minutes you have left. The alarm will go off. Yes, there is an alarm and it's annoying and I apologize in advance. However, we have to keep this structured because we want to make sure that you get a chance and opportunity to get to speak to each of the priority representatives tonight. At the end of the 12 minutes, I forgot this part, and I have 3 minutes. The priority representatives are assigned a table, and you will also have a facilitator present. The facilitator sitting at your table, they are also city employees who have donated their time to come here tonight so they will be taking notes about everything that they hear from your tables. This is just another way that we get good data, good feedback. What are you concerned about? What are some of the themes? So they will be taking notes on either their laptops or on paper. They are listening, even though they're looking down at their computer, doesn't mean that they're not listening. And they will be there to help moderate and make sure that everyone gets a chance to speak as well. Then at the end of the 12 minutes, the facilitator and the priority representative will stand up and they will move tables. Participants, you don't have to move. You get to sit, okay? Please stretch your legs to stand up. I'm not making you.
Yeah, let's not get any more in the chat.
Tables are still back there for you. I fully recommend that you stay engaged here in the deliberative forums. However, you might get new questions. You might be like, oh, there's a resource back there and I really want to talk to them. They are still
Gonna be
talk to the back as well if you'd like to do that. So we will do this 6 times. Everybody will get to talk to a city representative today. At the end of that, we're not finished. Then we will have a QR code up here on the PowerPoint slide that you can scan and you will take our survey. The survey is really designed to see, like, did you feel like this was a productive event? Do you feel like the Safe City Action Plan is kind of in line with your own personal priorities? So this is a good space. Please be as detailed and honest as possible. And then when we collect these surveys at the end of these engagement events, I'll be compiling them into a report and they go up to our leadership to inform decision making. I got it done in 100. We're at 101 right now. Okay. Does anyone have any questions? Everybody's like, hurry up. Okay. So what I would like to do is
Blue. I hear you, Blue.
need 1 and representatives from that area.
Oh, he's back.
Thanks for coming out tonight. My name is Jason Thorpe. I'm
He's
the
back.
director with the city's Housing and Community Development Department. In that role, I oversee our public housing authority, which includes Section 8 Housing First Voucher Program, public housing, and our Housing First program, which provides services for people experiencing homelessness throughout the community. I want to take a few minutes today to talk about what the city is doing to address
He does the same speech every time.
Through our Housing First program, we offer continuum services aimed at reducing unsheltered homelessness and promoting transitions to housing and financial stability. These services include street and community outreach, housing navigation, emergency shelter, and transitional and permanent supportive housing options. I want to start with an important point. We are making progress. Since 2022, unsheltered homelessness in Tucson has decreased by 22%. That means fewer people are living outside today than just a few years ago. At the same time, I want to be transparent. This remains a significant challenge, and overall homelessness is still higher than it was before the pandemic. I know that you see that every day in your neighborhood. So while progress is real, the scale of the need is still very large. Our work is focused on continuing that progress by doing three things well. First, helping people move through our shelters more quickly. Second, make it easier to find help. And third, creating more housing. So first, let's talk about making shelter work better. Shelter should be a short-term stop. It shouldn't be a long-term solution. So we've made changes to help people move out of shelter and into stable housing as quickly as possible. One of the biggest changes is that we've added dedicated case managers and housing navigators inside our shelters. This means that when someone comes in, they're not just getting a bed, they're getting the help finding a job, applying for benefits, and securing growing housing.
I think I'm just gonna cancel the stream here, guys, if we can't get along with chat. I'll just turn it off.
At the same time, we've increased the number of shelter beds and tailored services to better meet different needs. We also recognize that traditional shelters don't work for everyone. That's why we launched a safe outdoor sleeping pilot, which provides safer, more stable option for people who would otherwise be sleeping outside and camping in unsafe conditions, but we're still able to connect them to services and ensure their safety in these environments. Because of these combined efforts, 1,687 people have moved into permanent housing since 2021. That's a key driver behind the reduction we're seeing in unsheltered homelessness locally. For many people, the challenge isn't just finding a bed, though. So let's talk about that second option, making help easier to find. Knowing where to go or who to call can be a challenge. That's why we're strengthening our 311 system. Today, when someone calls 311 for housing help, they can be connected to a real person who will walk them step by step through their options and help connect them directly to shelter or services. I want to acknowledge limitation here, though. That help doesn't always come as quickly as it's needed. To fix this, we're working with the Tucson FEMA Collaboration to End Homelessness and local shelter providers to develop a real-time shelter availability tool. That way people can quickly see where beds are open online, and instead of having to call multiple places or being turned away when they show up. Lastly, we're focused on creating more housing in Tucson. At the end of the day, we know that the solution to homelessness is housing, and we're actively expanding those opportunities. We recently opened a 31-bed permanent supportive housing community on Miracle Mile. That program is designed for people who need both housing and long-term supportive services. Right now, we're also helping more than 270 households every night stay housed through rental assistance and supportive services. Looking ahead, we have more than 1,200 affordable and permanent housing units in the development or in the development pipeline. This will significantly expand housing options in coming years. In addition, the city administers 5 emergency shelter and transitional housing shelter sites. These are operated by our team and by community partner agencies such as OPCS and Community Bridges and Pima County. There's another facility that's currently under renovation at this time. These expanded options are essential to our ability to bring our neighbors inside and to help them establish a solid footing for long-term stability. In closing, we recognize both realities at once. The challenge is larger today than it was before the pandemic, but progress is happening. A 22% reduction in unsheltered homelessness is meaningful. More people are finding housing, more people are able to access help. And we are continuing to build a system that moves people off the streets and into stable housing faster and more effectively. We know that homelessness is a challenge impacting all of us here in Tucson. We also know that the solution requires all of us coming together and working to positively impact unsheltered Tucsonans, our local businesses, our neighborhoods, and the community as a whole. Through the Safe City Initiative, we intend to continue to leverage the lessons we've learned
About my tongue.
here in town. I want to thank you for making the time to be here today. and for being part of this important community conversation. I look forward to discussing solutions to homelessness with you at our tables this evening.
All right, so if you could take maybe 1 minute, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, write down some questions that you have. You will be able to speak to Jason directly, so I suggest writing down some good quality questions, and this is your chance. Give you maybe a minute, and then we'll welcome our next presenter.
Well, that's the difference. The homeless is 50 feet over there. They'll never get anything.
They had housing first, they're giving boundary, and putting them in those. That's why food cities still running.
So our next priority. All right, and what I would like to do now is please welcome our city representatives for priority number 2.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lee Hopkins, and I am a social worker and resource manager with the Community Safety Health and Wellness Program. So I'm going to talk to you about some of the goals that we have with priority 2. So the city's Community Safety Health and Wellness, Housing First, Tucson Collaborative Community Care, and Tucson Police Department co-response teams are staffed by experts in behavioral health, addiction recovery, and housing. In addition to many other social service areas that we work in, like employment, food insecurity, medical, and elder care. So we come with a foundation of expertise in how these systems work and how to navigate them. And that's really our goal, is to be a supportive bridge, taking that burden of social work off of other city departments and guiding our Tucsonans through these complex systems to be able to access the resources, the behavioral health care, and the housing that they need. We work alongside Kodak Recovery and Wellness, Community Bridges Inc., Community Medical Services, El Rio, Old Pueblo Community Services, Goodwill, Primavera Foundation, Pima County Justice Services, the Health Department, and many, many more on a daily basis. So this work is in deep partnership with the nonprofit and private sector. At the same time, we are ramping up our advocacy in coordination with the Regional Behavioral Health Authority, who is responsible for overseeing the behavioral health system, and the Department of Health at the state level to further align the behavioral health system with the needs of Tucsonans. But we all know that fentanyl has presented a new scope of addiction in our region, and so it takes a new, innovative approach to address it. In order to meet this need, we're leveraging funding from the federal, state, and local levels to both expand the city's capacity to move the needle and the behavioral health sector's expansion. For example, the city played a leading role on the Regional Opioid Settlement Advisory Committee in allocating $8 million in 2026 to evidence-based, locally run initiatives that tackle all aspects of the opioid epidemic. Almost 1.8 million is for a new low barrier detox facility called Sobering Alternative for Recovery, operated by Community Bridges Inc. And what makes this different and innovative is that it provides more medical services while you're in detox. You can take a pet and personal belongings. You can stay for 4 days instead of 23 hours. And you get a lot more one-on-one support from peer support specialists to plan where you're going next to maintain your recovery, whether that's residential treatment center, returning to family and outpatient or another type of addiction support. And I want to also give a shout out to the County Health Department for overseeing that innovative project day in and day out. TPD has also been a national leader in our co-response model, and that pairs behavioral health workers and housing specialists with officers. And we've worked side by side with Kodak Recovery and Wellness, Community Bridges Inc., Connections, and the city's Community Safety Health and Wellness program. Some of the team members that I have the pleasure and privilege of supporting and overseeing. And our goal is to get folks off the street into behavioral health care and some housing support and prevent them from cycling through the jail system. So we are continually refining that model as the reality and dynamics of homelessness and addiction change over time. And we have deepened the role of the behavioral health workers because of their proven success in building rapport with individuals and getting them to seek recovery. We are still holding people accountable and for illegal activity. And so for that, I'm happy to turn the floor to Josh to explain some of the ways that the courts are innovating.
Thanks, Lynn. I'm Josh Halpshin. I'm the director at Tucson City Court. And just to go along with this, understanding that these challenges often bring individuals into the justice system. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. And to go along with the deflection efforts where we try to keep individuals out in the justice system if they can get other services, there still are times when the appropriate action is to criminally charge an individual that may be in need of various kinds of treatment service. But they and the community sometimes are better served by connecting them directly with services instead of being arrested and incarcerated in the jail. So Tucson City Court and Tucson Police Department have created the Video Alternative to Jail program, where police can connect with court and hold a video initial appearance hearing immediately with the individual, where the court gives specific orders to the defendant that may restrict their visiting certain areas and require them to attend a follow-up hearing the same week. This is designed to avoid incarceration when appropriate. Understand that we deal with misdemeanor cases and only, and very quickly connect people to essential services. Another aspect of this is that we are working to increase and grow specialty programs like our mental health court and community court, which address individual needs. We'd be happy to share more about this with you at the tables in just a moment. Thank you so much.
All right, take a minute, write down some new questions that you might have for these two. Unless we don't need it, everybody's like, we got it, we good? Okay, we're good. One moment. Okay. I'm very patient. I don't seem like it. None of these events are my favorite. Is right. It really makes some change. I'm really hoping that everything's gonna be fine. Yeah, we're good. Okay. All right. Next up, I'd like to introduce our city representatives for priority 3. All right, hello everyone, I'm Jen T. Baker and Deputy Director of the Tucson Department of Transportation and Mobility.
I'm here to speak a little bit about our safety and security for our public transit system. Last December, Mayor and Council approved a transit safety and security action plan. It was a plan that was developed with the help of community members, it contains recommendations for things that we can do to improve safety and security in the immediate sense, in near term, and long term. What we've been up to most recently focuses in two areas. We have been deploying police officers to high incident hotspot corridors to address the criminal activity happening at the bus stops and transit centers. We have also been
Don't blame you guys for leaving. This is just a bunch of word salad.
loitering and the open air drug use occurring there. In the upcoming months, we'll be focused on adding to that 4 additional types of activities. We'll be bringing on private security guards focused just on transit. We will be addressing data collection. So how can we better collect incident data and then report on it? We'll be building a transit ambassador outreach team to help meet those transit riders with needs on the bus and help connect them to resources and help them. And lastly, we will be forgetting the last bullet. We've got one more thing and I'll remember it later. I apologize. We've had some sobriety, Oscar.
Thank you, Jennifer. Buenas tardes. My name is Oscar Medina. I'm with the Office of Violence Prevention and Intervention. I'm really excited to share today some of the investments that the city is doing around prevention and intervention. I'll start off with explaining a little bit about the roadmap that we're designing. As an office, we're building a roadmap that's going to take us into 2030. A roadmap that's specifically designed to highlight all of the prevention and intervention work that's happening here in the city and to strengthen that coordination. We want to be able to provide data and be able to show the community that prevention works and that intervention works. As someone who was involved as a minor in the juvenile justice system, I know these systems firsthand, and I know that prevention and intervention can go a long way in helping rehabilitate an individual or change their behavior. So I'll start with jumping into our gun violence reduction work. Our Violence Interruption and Violence Action Initiative, also known as VIVA, started in 2020 when TPD became part of the National Policing Institute and partnered with bringing in place network investigation. These were 3 areas that were identified by our TPD partners as areas that were experiencing high levels of gun violence. When I came on board in 2030 as a community enrichment coordinator, along with 2 other community enrichment coordinators, we began to do the community engagement work that focused primarily around healing and focused also on preventing that gun violence from coming back up. So I'm excited to share that some of the strategies that were implemented have shown a significant reduction in gun violence. I want to share also that our office just recently got invited to attend some of the regional shooting review meetings. These meetings are important because we can identify what neighborhoods are being impacted by gun violence and also to identify those individuals that are engaged in cycles of violence and do intensive resources, throw intensive resources to them, and also invite them to begin a transformation in their behavior. Lastly, I want to add that our office is also working with TPD to establish a focused deterrence program, a program that also invites community to help individuals disrupt and break out of these cycles of violence. I'm looking forward to sharing more on the focused deterrence program in the future. I'm going to hand it over to the next priority, but I know that in priority 5, my colleague Eric Connor from TPD will be sharing some of the dashboards that are being made available.
All right. Do we know what we're doing now? Yeah, get the vibe, get the vibe, you understand? You need a couple minutes, are we good? Maybe a couple minutes to write down some questions? I heard that the pizza is gone. Good thing. Did you see? You don't think being music. I always go, did we hear you? But I think I start to feel like maybe that's a little bit of reason. Lots of questions. All right, just about ready? Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. I'd like to introduce the city representatives for priority 4. Hello, my name is Brandy Champion. I am the Community Safety Health and Wellness Program Director. And I'm gonna stick to my script because Laura scares me. It's about what regional and community collaboration is about. So 100 Acre Wood was huge. I'm sure all of you remember that. Golf links, all golf links, huge encampment. We started this effort 4 years ago, reaching out to that encampment. 4 years ago we started. And it took all of the partners that you have heard from all of my colleagues on this panel so far, CBI, OPCS, CODA,
Let the public speak.
and our county partners as well.
It's how we design meeting.
Services, environmental and general services.
They get up there on their big, they start talking.
That's part of community from work. So that is an example of what
We
regional,
didn't get to ask a question.
some volunteers up there, right? So, what I really want to touch on is what we're doing now around, the transition center. We have the transition center in the back there, Doyle. Please feel free to talk to them, ask them questions. I'm just gonna go over a few things that we're doing with them. They're getting ready to expand. City of Tucson has 2 employees that are there
Yeah.
soon that will be joining their
They
team.
don't want to hear the public. It's just
So closely, we're collaborating with our partners at King County. They're expanding to 7 days a week, expanded hours so that we can continue to.
you can stay, guys.
Happening in workflow, right? The transition center, centralized coordinated entry point for people that are coming out of some of these encampments and are in the justice system or in a crisis situation. They can report there and get services on the spot and get connected to things like shelter, stabilization, mental health care, things like that, right? So it's been a real pivotal thing working with the transition center in Wells Street. TPCH, you heard TPCH, Tucson People, there's Laura with signs. You heard Tucson True Collaboration that some of my colleagues here. We work really closely with them. They are here. They help us align things and unify systems that have often been siloed, right? Shelter, housing providers, public agencies, and things to coordinate and get people moved along. So I just want to really quickly run through this. We're actively also engaging with other nonprofit partners, private sector. I had a conversation with Nancy just a little while ago. She's here from another ward, but attending this meeting, just because we have.
Enough, guys. This is getting a little boring, I'm sure. I mean, I've heard these same speeches 10 times.
Create what the community needs and oftentimes pilot programs that we want to try. So these models prioritize stabilization for folks, video alternatives to jail. You heard Josh mention that. We take court into the field to some of these encampments with us, and people see the judge right then and there, get connected to a case manager that follows them for the next court case. So
And
that
they don't show up to court.
she can come in and help us. So we did hear from Morales, the city manager, mention all the different things, go on, like the ground for days about the things that the city is doing. But it does take coordination, regional and community coordination and collaboration to do all of this work. Overall, the work reflects a shift towards a more coordinated, data-driven and partnership-based system. Eric, my colleague, will come up and talk more about the data sharing that's happening by aligning regional efforts and expanding key infrastructure like the transition center and the safer center and Star Village, things that are here today. We can just build a stronger, more effective response to homelessness in Tucson County. And I'll be around if you can ask me. And there's the 1 minute. I knew it. So I'll be at the tables and you can ask us questions, and I'll have Lori with me who does our accountment dashboard. So thank you very much.
All right, you know the drill. Write down your questions. Maybe a minute. We've got 2 more priorities left. Cue music.
Yeah, this is going slow. And then there, you don't even get to talk to one person. And it's just, it's designed.
Court always makes me feel like I should. You don't like it. All right. I feel like we're good. All right. Next up, we have 2 more. This is, I'd like to introduce you to our representative for Priorities Life.
Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Eric Turner. I'm an analysis administrator for the Tucson Police Department. I'm here today to talk about transparency with technology and accountability through data. And I want to start off by saying that both of those topics are hot button issues. So there's more we can talk about from the 5 minutes I've been allotted, and I look forward to speaking with all of you at the tables as the evening goes on. The other thing I want to start out by saying is that the city, through the mayor and council and through Chief Prieto, have made incredible investments in the data and technology infrastructure for the city of Tucson, allowing us to give you more information about what's happening in your communities and allowing us to understand what is happening in our communities and how we can do better for our
Nobody's allowed to.
So, like I said,
Really get to the table.
or anything beyond what I can cover through today. The first thing that I want to say is that TP has really worked hard over the past few years to build a public reporting and public dashboard portfolio for the community to know what is happening in the community. There are multiple dashboards that exist right now, with at least 3 to 6 more coming along the way, ranging everything from traffic, to homicides. And what I really want to highlight for you today and what's on the screen that may be hard to see is gun crime. And when we talk about the Safe City Initiative, there are many topics we can talk about: homelessness, transit safety, substance abuse, mental health. But I'm going to talk to you about gun crime right now because that is one of the most troubling.
Until they come to the table.
We're trying to give to the community to understand is that gun crime is not evenly spread across our community. It is located in micro locations and in cliques of people. And when we look at the victims of gun crime, it is disproportionately men and black and brown men average. And they're also very young, about 25 of them. And so when the Tucson Police Department and the city of Tucson is trying to do the right work in the right hands and the lightest touch interventions for the community, we have to be very transparent with you about how we're doing that and what that's doing for our community. So through the Safe City Initiative, there are multiple dashboards coming out. Oscar mentions our gun crime dashboard, which again, you can see it's on the screen. You can't touch and feel it yet. That's forthcoming. Shows you where that crime's happening and who it's happening to, and how the Tucson Police Department is working to address that. The other thing is that I'm also TPP also oversees the Community Safety Awareness and Response Center, which is CSAR. It is our real-time coordination center for all emergency calls and the coordination center for emergency technology. The way I like to think about CSAR is trying to get the right info into the right hands right now. And that's how we can coordinate EMS, fire, TPD, emergency management to get the right resources to the right place. So I'm happy to talk about that as well and what that footprint looks like in our community. But there's been major investment from the federal government, state government, local government, and the city all across the city to build this out to be the best platform for standing in our city. I think I have a few minutes left, so I really rushed through that bad boy. But again, these topics are really big and large. I very much look forward to talking to each of you because I think technology and data can mean different things to each of you. And the storytelling that these both provide can be very unique to all of you in there. So look forward to talking to you and thanks for the time.
All right. I'm a little bit nosy. I know the slides are small, and some of you are like, I can't see it. I just got it clear that we're going to be putting these slides up on the Safe City website, correct? So you will have access to these slides in a digital format so you can see them a little bit better. All right, break down your questions. We have one more priority, and then we're going to stretch.
Probably be hitting out here soon if
All right, do we need a little extra time? What are we doing? Okay. All right, we are in home stretch. I would like to introduce our city representative for priority 6.
Hello, everybody. Buenas tardes. My name is Isaac, and you can call me Isaac. Buenas tardes. I'm a community enrichment coordinator with the city of Tucson Community Safety, Health, and Wellness, and Office of Violence Prevention and Intervention. I'm going to talk to you guys about priority 6. There's a lot of numbers up there that I was saying I was going to read, but I'm not going to read them. If you want to talk about that later, I'll be around here, and you can hit me up. Please come talk to me. Excuse me. So this work in community safety, health, and wellness is a lot of neighborhood engagement. We're out in a lot of neighborhoods and we go talk to people and we knock on doors. So a core part of that is building trust at the neighborhood level, meeting residents where they are and making sure their voices directly shape our response. The slide behind me shows the result of some of the work I will briefly describe, and we'll be happy to answer questions. I already said that. Um, Building neighborhood partnerships. We focus on building strong, sustained partnerships with neighborhood associations, community leaders, and local organizations. These partnerships allow us to move beyond one-time engagement and instead create ongoing relationships that support prevention, early intervention, and coordinated response. Our community enrichment coordinators play a key role here, serving as consistent on-the-ground points of contact for residents. This approach ensures that safety strategies are not imposed, but co-developed with the community. That's my favorite part. We never show up telling people, hey, this is what you got to do. We talk to people, and then people that live in these communities could tell us what they want to see, and then we could help them navigate that. Um, Gathering feedback from residents. We are intentionally gathering feedback from residents most impacted by safety concerns, particularly in high-end areas. This includes listening to lived experiences around issues like crime, homelessness, environmental concerns, and quality of life. That feedback directly informs how we prioritize resources, deploy outreach, and design interventions. It also helps us identify gaps in services and opportunities to improve coordination. We do like listening sessions in the different Viva neighborhoods. We've hosted regular listening sessions to create safe, accessible spaces for residents to share concerns and ideas. These sessions are designed by two-way conversations, not just presentations. They allow us to hear directly from community while also provide updates on what the city is doing in response. Um, Importantly, we close the loop by following up on what we heard and demonstrating how input is being acted upon. All right, so sharing updates, communication is critical to building trust. So we've expanded how we share information with residents. This includes updates through a dedicated web portal and SMS notifications to keep residents informed in real time. Residents can access information about ongoing efforts, upcoming activities, and available resources. This helps ensure transparency and keeps the community engaged between in-person interactions. Um, One of the things we do, we also coordinate cleanups in priority areas through identifying through data and community input. We work with Steve Turco, team up to clean up. We were just out looking, and we're gonna do one. We'll invite you if you want. That we're doing on the 24th of April. We were out there scoping it out, and like, should we clean this alley that the neighborhood really wants cleaned? How does it look? Do we think we'll be able to do that? You know, stuff like that that we get to do it. I enjoy it. I enjoy going out there and doing that. Uh, these efforts address immediate environmental concerns like trash and debris, uh, while also supporting long-term safety and revitalization. Cleanups are often paired with outreach and resource connection, making them part of a broader place-based strategy. Right? Sometimes we do cleanups and then we end up taking somebody to detox. You know what I mean? Like that's cool. Uh, Cleanups are often this visible action reinforces to residents that their concerns are heard and acted upon. All right. So overall, the work is about building trust. We want, I work here. I was skeptical of coming to work in the city, but like I don't feel that now in my position. So I feel like talking to individuals out there that have the same concerns about the city is like, something that we do and we could get people to come over here. With that, thank you.
All right, I checked the time. And we're just a smidge behind schedule. So, what we're going to do now, hopefully everybody's got your questions down with the papers, feeling good, ready to start these conversations. If you'd like, you can stand up, give a little stretch. But we are going to get started pretty much right away with the deliberative forum, so if you could just make sure you kind of stay around the table if you need to get up and stretch, but we're gonna get started. Right. Okay, any questions? Go forward. Colin? Yeah.
You don't get out, so this is.
Twelve minutes, 12 o'clock.
Circle. Well, like something that always helps me. I've never had. I'm like, I have. Like, you know, it's like, if I keep there, you know, it's like, say, when she says, so, and I'm like, oh, I'll get tomorrow, I'll bring your mom, take your dad. No, it's not, and I feel like most it's not safe. That's horrible. Like if they see us out there, and we go there like. Like. We're in areas that are like. And then they see it. And then like, so at first it's like being concerned that. But that's what if you're out and about, you know, out to me, you know, that's pretty cool. They like. Let's see. I see a soul. And where do those prints at? Is, you know, people ask us, well, this is so. Sometimes people are having something like that.
all. No, but so right, so we're, I have no. With the county, agency, that, and that's easy. Like that, sort of. Been talking about that. I don't have that information. I don't. I saw the flavor. Like, you don't know that looks lost. So yeah, I feel my whole life. Center man, so I don't want was out there, but it was not like that was like. So I went. I know that we have available beds. That's one of the. It was nice. He has upstairs. Like that kind of stuff. Something situations. God. So they can get you what are they do? Also, we had right there on 36. And there's something so how the how did that
All right, we put up 5 minutes. We got technical difficulties. If you look at the time on screen 5 minutes. All right, 2 more minutes at your tables. 2 more minutes.
Guys, heading out here. You're heading out. Let's get a statement from the officer here. See if we can get a statement. There we go. Got the transportation. Here we are, guys. You guys saw it. See what I see. Having little meetings. Everybody gets to talk. And we are out of here. We are out of here. We'll have a little wrap up talk in the car after this. Hopefully keeping the politics out of it. We will talk it out. Talk it out. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good night. All right, guys, we're out of there. I cannot take it any longer. Oh my gosh. That was crazy boring. The mayor didn't even show up. The vice mayor didn't even show up. They last minute no showed. Imagine that. Imagine you're the mayor and you just don't show up to a safety meeting. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right, we are out of here, guys. The mayor didn't even show up. All right, we're heading to the car. We're heading to the car. We're out of here. Wow. I didn't even know that you just can't show up to a meeting if you're elected official just because you didn't. Oh, phew, can't wait to get to the car right now. That was hard to watch. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in, sticking with it all this time. We tried, guys. We tried. I hate to say it, but nothing's gonna change with this kind of attitude of the people. It's the same speech the guy gave. Literally give the same speeches they gave last year. And I'm not trying to be a dick to anyone or be mean or be critical. I'm just being honest. Their solutions right now are literally, we're gonna be next year, we're gonna be in the same spot, probably worse, same. Nothing's gonna get better with the way that they're handling these. They don't even mention the difference between homeless person and somebody that's completely addicted to drugs. They just throw it into one bucket and say, "Oh, these are homeless people." The homeless people are in shelters. They're not doing drugs. They're a lot of these people on the streets are not actually homeless. They are so addicted to drugs that they won't go into a home and get help. So they're calling them homeless, but they're people that literally do not have any want to get help or get a home. They just want to sit out on the street and have no responsibility, beg for money all day. And I'm talking about not all of them. I'm not talking about everyone. I'm just talking about a large percentage. So we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys for tuning in. The way I thought it was going to go is maybe we could ask some questions, but no, you see how it's designed. They didn't even ask the people if we had any questions, and then they sent everybody out to different tables and you get 12 minutes and it's I'm done. I'm a little frustrated. I'm going to sign off. I hope you guys had a good day. Thank you. I'll be back in the chat later. But I'm signing off. That was frustrating. Check you on the next one, guys. Thank you, 231. Thank you. The devil is winning the battle and they don't care. It's war 857. Yeah, it's sad. A lot of people's lives are being messed with and they're not creating, there's no urgency. So, like right now, just kind of got to take a deep breath and we're fighting the good fight. But I do have to get going. There's a shady guy coming up right me on the left. So I got to go. But gotta move out of here. It's not a good neighborhood, I guess. All right, guys. Enjoy your night. Take some deep breaths. I'm going to relax. Try to find my way out of here somehow. All right. Be safe, you too. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Peace and love.